Sonic RPG. Doesn't that ring a bell? A true Sonic fan will instantly recognize the name and regain so many memories from it. That's right, fulfilling another comments request and making a poll about it, I'm doing an analysis on Sonic RPG. Honestly, it's been a long time. The art itself is already giving me nostalgia. It's been forever since I last touched this game, so it will be great to revisit it. Now, I will cover this like I did with SMBC. We will do 1 to 2 episodes, depending on how long the video will be. We will be covering the story, gameplay, and characters, and basically what is going on. Without wasting time, let's get into it. Sonic's just chilling at the beach like usual. Dude just wants to have fun until Mr. Evo Robotnik comes in with a whole missile and another scheme. Introducing himself, he brings chaos into this again, but this time he's different. In fact, it seems like he doesn't need the Chaos Emeralds anymore to increase power. Sonic doesn't bother too much and starts the battle with Chaos. Ah yes, the old sprite drawings. The look alone brings me back to those days. RPG 8 was very hard. Anywho, we can already see how the game works, obviously, like an RPG game. Something like Earthbound or Final Fantasy, a box shows up with the character you're playing, showing your stats, and which moves you could pick and use at the current time. It's pretty strategic, even though I suck at strategy games, but they're pretty cool. So here we see Sonic wasting no time, going fast and kicks Chaos behind his back, and returns, doing 88 damage, but Chaos chooses attack, and goes above him to strengthen his arms and doing quite the damage, 79. Sonic attacks back, 78 damage. Chaos uses a special called Waterfall, and it does 149 damage to Sonic. Sonic is in danger right now, and there is no option to run. All he can do is to attack. If you're wondering, I just did some research. Yes, Chaos is always scripted to win. Until Shadow interrupts and gets in battle, insulting Sonic for losing, and prepares a Chaos Blast to end Chaos in an instant. Both ask what is Eggman's plan exactly. Eggman refusing to explain and saying that Chaos is nothing but a clone made by him. His real plan was to lure these two to gather their DNA and battle data. So he already explained. And now he escapes again somehow, taking the Guardian Emerald from Shadow. Shadow asks him to come back and if he's conducting those experiments again. Considering Shadow is created by Chaos Energy, we really don't know what he's up to now. The only info we got is him saying that he will continue his father's work. Well, correction, granddad. Shadow taking the situation recently.
Sonic, this is no laughing matter.
He plans to go to chase Eggman, and Sonic suggests to bring Knuckles as he is in possession of the emeralds, and the Master Emerald. He can stop their power, which is quite handy. Shadow goes to warn Knuckles, while he tells Sonic to delay Eggman. Shadow reaches his destination, surprised by not seeing him there. Before he tries to even touch the Master Emerald, Knuckles comes right in, saying, "What do you think you're doing?" Shadow says he needs to take it, but without elaborating why, Knuckles understandably refusing, saying it's not going anywhere. Shadow saying he's trying to explain himself and that is something bad is happening and he needs it, so he'll take it. They both go into battle, as Knuckles would obviously not let it go. Shadow not wanting to waste time, saying he'll just finish Knuckles. Knuckles goes in, boom, bam, 73, 81 damage, a total of 54 damage, with just 2 punches. Shadow comes in, teleports and kicks him up twice, dealing 87 damage, which makes Knuckles mad. Knuckles uses a special called Thunder Punch, dealing 175 damage, taking Shadow down easily, due to him having no emerald. Knuckles questions that, and finally acknowledges what is going on. Shadow explaining for the final time, convincing Knuckles to come and also take the Master Emerald along with. We switch to a scene of a murderer. Appears to be Eggman's, possessing the data of Sonic and Shadow, combining them to create an odd creature we don't know yet. But apparently Eggman has done something his granddad could have not done. The true ultimate life form. Sonic comes in and figures out his plan. Eggman really pulling up that one meme and questioning how he got here. And it seems that Sonic used his super form to fly. Makes sense due to the last incident. Eggman telling him to prepare to battle his new robot that he didn't name yet. Let's call it BDR for now. A classic robot for Sonic to fight. Battle starts. Eggman confident of himself winning, Sonic transforms into Supersonic. It's interesting, considering Sonic never really needs this form unless for a planet threat creature or something along those lines. Sonic dashing in, dealing a total of 218 damage. BDR uses Egg Dagger Cannon, dealing 193 damage. Honestly, that's not bad. It's kind of close to how much damage Sonic dealt as Super. He goes again, 204 damage, and BDR uses Laser Shot. Quite weak compared to before, dealing only 112 damage, but let's not underestimate it yet. Sonic goes in one more time, dealing 238 damage, this time which heavily damages BDR and breaks down. Sonic reverts back and tells Eggman to return the emeralds. Computer, system alert, experiment successfully completed. Sonic confused, which I wouldn't blame him. Eggman's size and face was too distracting to remember the plan. The experiment seems to be ready. Eggman happy to almost achieve having his dream of conquering the world. It seems like Eggman might have created something to actually defeat Sonic, unlike the infinite cycle of building robots that he could destroy. Follows the same pattern what SMBC did with Metal Bowser, that in terms of a villain actually having the chance to defeat the hero, the Death Egg shakes. Sonic asks to stop it, but there is no way. His latest creation, using both him and Shadow's data, is already complete and ready. Props to Eggman, honestly. That's a genius idea, since these two are basically the most powerful along with their chaos energy. It would be an unstoppable creature. Sonic brings up a good point of how he thinks he'll even control it. The shaking stops. Sonic asks what's going on. Sonic gets attacked out of nowhere, from left to right, up, throwing him to the ground. He seemed to take a lot of damage, as he is shocked by such power. Just a few attacks was enough. Sonic asks, "Who are you?" "Come now. Don't you know your own brother?" This strange entity meets Sonic, and he feels like he has known him for a long time, indicating that the experiment has succeeded. I like the idea of that since they are both Shadow and Sonic into one person, so memories kinda make sense. Shadow interrupts and says that he's just an abomination, not talk like he knows them. Knuckles also comes in, confused by whoever this is. Both may get to know who's the other, so confusing though. He asks Sonic, but he doesn't know. Eggman caring to explain that this is his newest creation, calling it So Now. Bro ladies called him Snow. The entity shuts him up and telling him he is his own master and no one can just name him. And thus the name he names himself. Silkadoom. Silkadoom the Hedgehog. And I shall make this world and the next mine to rule. I like how confident he is, literally stating he'll rule not one, but 2 worlds. Eggman funnily shocked on how he can't control his own creation again. He feels for his own safety, but he does have a backup plan, it seems. We are shown of what seems to be a machine creating a portal, bringing everyone into it. Then it closes. Honestly, Eggman was both smart and kinda dumb here. The idea of merging both Sonic and Shadow to create the true ultimate life form is a good in concept but bad in results, since you can't have control over such thing. It's not a robot. What is smart is that he did have a portal ready as a backup if the project doesn't go according to plan. Eggman telling him to have fun in that other dimension, as they would not be able to come back. As we see Sonic falling through the portal, questioning who is this guy and why did Eggman create him. A lot of questions with no answers. And the first episode ends. Well, this was quite an interesting episode. Introduced us to the game system, story, and left us with a cliffhanger. Let's talk about it. The plan of having a clone of Chaos is smart, since sending a random robot wouldn't get Shadow in the fight, since it would be simple to defeat alone. Hence why he made that clone, so he could gather data from both of them, and use it to make what his granddad couldn't do, make even a better Shadow, using a Shadow himself along with Sonic again, basically also mimicking their fight style, I'm assuming. Meaning Silkadoom would know how they fight, so thus countering their own attacks. Not mentioning how powerful he is already, to the point where Eggman had to use a portal to a whole different dimension to get him away. The idea of RPG finance system is quite neat, and we'll see it expand later on. The design of the new character is also good and makes sense. Looks like Shadow, but with blue stripes. Nothing too crazy, simple enough. I like it. And as we conclude the analysis for now, what do you think? Should I continue analyzing the next episodes? There'll probably be 10 parts as there are 10 episodes. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm kinda happy I'm revisiting my childhood with you guys. See ya, and have a good day.